My first year as a beekeeper, Season 1. Today is our 10th inspection and it's been 7 days since our previous time checking in on the bees. Let's start off with the first frame in the top super. Here we can see it's almost fully drawn out and has some nectar. We have a number of bees on here working the frames, whereas the next frame has even more nectar in, not long until these are fully capped over. This next frame is completely full of capped honey. Wow, great job bees! Definite progress on here compared to last week. I'll put a link to our last inspection down in the description box if you want to go back and compare these two frames, which I'd highly recommend. Moving down to the first super that we added. Here is a nice top-down view of the previous box for you. Quickly running through a bunch of frames, we can see there's quite a lot of these frames that are practically full of capped honey. There are some empty frames, but that's a whole lot of honey in this box. We're very close to being able to extract some honey. This raises a very good point of how will I even extract these. I definitely don't have an extractor. There are a few different options here. I could scrape the honey off the comb and then separate the wax from the honey. The positive of this is it will be potentially a lot cheaper, but the downside is that all the progress the bees have made this year with drawing out the frames will be undone and they will have to start over again. The other option is to either buy or rent an extractor. Presuming I can rent one from the Gloucester Beekeepers Association, that will be a much cheaper option than buying one. The positive to this, though, is that the bees will be able to take these frames and immediately be able to refill them, rather than having to start from scratch. If you're interested in our first extraction, please like this video and subscribe to be notified when we eventually do our first honey extraction. Wow, take a look at this frame. This is our first frame that is completely full of capped honey. I want to eat this so much. If you want to try some of our first honey harvest, let me know in the comments section, or check out our website which is linked in the description. Let's check in on the second brood box. We'll also make sure to give them some smoke first. Wow, this frame is jam-packed full of honey. As we continue through this box, we're probably going to see quite a bit of capped brood, but I also wouldn't be too surprised to see lots of honey too. This frame has quite a bit of capped brood here. It's really nice to see the brood pattern. The wax foundation we use has wire supports running through it, and it's easy to see where these are as they are distinctly missing brood. Here, let me show you a picture of what the wax foundation looks like so you can see what I mean. Wow, this frame is jam-packed. We're going to have so many new bees here in a week or two when they emerge. It'll be pretty sad to go back through them all after, when they're all empty again. Here is a quick look at some larvae for you. As you've probably seen, we've got quite a lot of honey up here in the brood box. probably way too much. One way of dealing with this is referred to as bruising the comb. This is the process of running the hive tool over the honeycomb to lightly damage the cappings. This will encourage the bees to move the honey up to the boxes above so that they can repair the damage. The hope here is that they will free up space for the queen to lay and also make it so that we have more honey to harvest at the end of the season. Anywho, let's move down to the final box. There isn't much special to look at down in this box, so I'll fast forward through most of it. On this frame we can see lots of really chunky larvae. What you may also be able to see is what looks like little droplets of water. This is actually nectar that was shaken off out of their cells from when I shook the bees off. Don't worry about this, the bees will quickly run around and lick up all of this and put it back where it belongs. Wow, just look at the crazy number of bees in this frame. I did manage to find and catch Queen Bertha, but sadly she's a little camera shy today. Before we finish off with this inspection, just look how many bees there are in this hive. It's crazy, and the numbers are only going to get higher over the next few weeks. Okay, that's pretty much it for this inspection. I hope you found it interesting. If you'd like to see more videos like this, then please do hit that like and subscribe button.